Sports for this NBA presentation. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. A contest between conferences, the Pepsi Center here in Denver, Colorado, where the Nuggets take their home floor. In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
The team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. A look at Virginia's opening lineup. They've got D out there with the doctor. Then there's Boss, and it's J in at the point. And the shot is good. Virginia with the ball. Pass to G. One-on-one fast break. And Trice slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Here's G. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That's his first foul. To the wing right side. G passes to the doctor. The 11-footer lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. The doctor's got his first 2 points of the night. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The pass to Davidson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Pass to Jay. He kicks it to G. Shoots the 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
Well, Kevin, the crucial aspect in his mind is making things tough for them inside. He said they're a physical team, and they bring a lot of intensity. If we don't respond when they push us, we'll just get bullied all game. We're going to get down in the paint tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Virginia shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Iverson outside. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And he gets it to go.
That's a big payoff for crashing the offensive boards. Go to work.
Jay, the pass to D. Here's G. Here's Jay, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, look at how hard he pursues the basketball. Gets out of his area. Terrific work on the offensive glass.
Now here's Trice. That's tipped. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And as it goes out of bounds, Virginia able to keep the ball here. Here's G. Pass to D. Down low. Kicks it to G. Jacks up a 3. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove. Boy, with that much space around him, maybe he's better off attacking the basket than settling for the jumper.
The pass to Jay. Here's Hunter. He had 22 points in the win again. Can't hit from in close. Here's Davidson. Hunter grabs the miss for Virginia. They've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's the doctor, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Well, Doris, for rookies, beyond skill, what attributes do you think they need to have an early shot at success?
Yeah, I think one of the things that you always wonder about, and one of the great players in history, Kevin Garnett, talks about the impact that other older players had on him. Sam Mitchell, when he first arrived in the league, they taught him the work habits necessary to succeed at a high level. So the first thing you'd have to have is commitment to work. And the second thing is the right temperament. An NBA season spans 82 games over 6 months. There will inevitably be ups and downs. And how do you weather both of those things, Kevin?
And Virginia will go for a different look here. He's checked in for the doctor. Silk comes in for D. Anthony's checked in for G. And it's Baller in for J. Ford up top. Down low.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right. The effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Iverson can't hit that one. And Virginia going the other way now.
Yeah, I mean, nobody saw that game go into overtime, much less double overtime. And then also to get the victory, wow.
Here's Silk, guarded by Ford. Good work there as it goes. Silk's got 5. Gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Iverson outside. Pass to Ford. 1:35 left to play here in the first. Thomas kicks to Iverson. Just 4 to shoot. 3-pointer. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Clark, the pass to Silk. Back to Clark. Inside.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Anthony against Iverson. Passes it to B. Second shot opportunity. Ford. That's good. Ford's got his second bucket tonight.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Hunter, the pass to B. Here's Silk, guarded by Ford. Out to the wing. Off target with his three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. King outside. 13 feet away. He can't hit that time.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Virginia ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, for Virginia, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
Being 43% for the game. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Virginia. Waller is out there with Anthony. Then there's Boss. Then there's B. And it's Silk in at the 3 spot. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
One shot, gentlemen.
With the analysis, the defensive impact becoming more advanced, Doris, do you think that helps defenders gain recognition even when they're not putting up numbers in individual statistical categories?
Well, think about a recent winner of the Defensive Player of the Year, and that's Draymond Green, whose value becomes into sharp focus, particularly in the fourth quarter of games, when it becomes a possession ball game, and Draymond Green is flying around the floor in help defensive position, covering up for teammates' mistakes. I absolutely think, Kevin, increasingly because of the advanced metrics, that players can be defined outside of points and rebounds. So I love the impact of the numbers.
That one drops. He ties it up. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And for Virginia, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Clark kicks to Hunter. It's hauled in by Thomas. Being 47%, pretty solid. Here's Iverson. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Iverson's got 5 points so far.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Silk. Can they get it? That shot, no good. To the inside, Ford. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Virginia will go for a different look here. The doctor's checked in for B. D comes in for Hunter. G's checked in for Anthony. And J's subbed in for Baller. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Virginia trails by 4. Here's G. And that one hits back iron. Now, here is 4. Guarded closer. That shot off for Virginia. They've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. D passes to G. It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Virginia able to keep the ball here. Now the pass to D. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Davidson passes to 4. Another shot. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Virginia trails by 3. Inside and stolen by Trice. Now here is 4. D right on him. The second effort. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
One shot.
Virginia trails by 6. Jay the pass to D. Here's the doctor. Passes it to Silk. "13 feet away. It's deflected, but he stays with it. Shot clock at 3 from deep 3-point range. G, no good.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Here's Trice, and Trice slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Virginia with the ball. 8-point game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Jay the pass to G. Here's the doctor. Knocked away. Pushing it up. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. 6 points for the General.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
And Virginia decides to take their first time out here.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to the doctor. To the paint. And G has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. It's in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
Physical basketball there in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
The pass to Davidson from 11 feet away, and he overshot that one, missing.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
J, the pass to G. Out to the right wing. J, guarded by Ford. From deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's a look at the schedule for Virginia. On Tuesday, then on Thursday. Gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Passes to the general. Takes the 13-footer and misses it off the right side of the rim. Virginia trails by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's the doctor.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For Virginia, they've made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. The first one falls. Thomas checked in for Houdini. And Virginia also making a change. Hunter's checked in for Silk. And so he hits both. The ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% from the field. It's stolen by G. D passes to Hunter. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. And the call will be against D. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Some changes for Virginia. B's checked in for the doctor. Anthony comes in for G, and it's Baller in for J. So he comes up empty at the line. Virginia trails by 6. King with the steal. 1:44 left in the first half. And it's Iverson missing. And for Virginia, they're shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And that one's good, Anthony.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
B the pass to Thomas. And then Thomas with the dunk.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Pass to D. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Iverson outside. Pass to King. Back to Iverson. The pass to B. 5 to shoot. Iverson outside. Puts up a 3. And no good that time. And Virginia going the other way now.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
B the pass to D. Outside Anthony. Passes it to B. Here's Hunter. He's guarded by Thomas. And here's Anthony for 3. That shot off. Being here about 46% for the game. Pass to B. He kicks it to Thomas. Fades. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the home team with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Taking a look at this home squad, Kenny, what's your take?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough, Ernie. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done is Silk.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The general is out there with Big Red. Then it's Trice. Then it's Iverson. And it's Davidson in at the 2 spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Hap drains it from beyond the arc. Big Red's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the 3.
Here's Hunter. Iverson covering. The pass to Jay. From deep. No good that time.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Got that bucket in no time at all. 8 points for Big Red.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
D passes to G. Will it go? And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Virginia shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from G. And G drops them both. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Davidson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And really the story of the half. One team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Timeout called, Virginia.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
Virginia trails by 15. Pass to Jay. Pass to G. Just 5 to shoot. And it's blocked.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Houdini's checked in for the General. Silks checked in for Virginia. Now here's Trice. He's guarded closely. Davidson passes to Big Red. Here's Ford. Buries it down low. Ford's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Jay, the pass to the doctor. To the middle. Here's Silk. Iverson grabs the board.
They were hoping for a fast start. Instead, they're 0 for 4.
Ford, that's good. Ford's got 4 this quarter.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Count it, good. 6 points for the chosen one.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Well, there's no doubt this quarter has been all about them. They've come out hot, and they're not showing any signs of letting up.
Gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. Fires from the line. The shot will not fall. And Virginia going the other way now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That's tipped. To the inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First one falls for him. Some changes for Virginia. He's checked in for D. Anthony comes in for G. And it's Baller in for J. And both free throws good for Iverson. Here's Clark. No points in the game yet for him. Timeout called, Virginia.
You know, it'll be interesting to see what coach draws up here.
Well, they need to stop this run, and a great timeout that hopefully gives his team some energy.
Stolen. Now Ford. He's got 9. Got a hand on it. Here's Silk. Pass to B. To end the drought. And he sinks the layup.
And have to defend better in the paint. They just let him set up way too deep.
Right, Greg. You've got to push him off the box because once he's got that deep low post position, turn the lights off.
B, the pass to Iverson. Shot clock at 6. B, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. First one falls for him.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
He's off on the second. Anthony against King. Anthony finds Clark. Anthony looking it over. The doctor passes to Anthony. Over Ford. That one wide left.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
It's blocked, and it ends up out of bounds, and they retain possession. Virginia on D. 5 to shoot. Here's B, but he stays with it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Hunter's checked in for Virginia. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. The pass to B. Ford with the steal. And then Thomas with the jam.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's B. Passes to Hunter. Virginia working the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Anthony, no good. Gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The generally's checked in for Houdini. Free throw good, Thomas. There's a minute left to play in the third. Clark kicks to Hunter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Hunter. Iverson covering. Anthony drives in. King with the steal.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That free throw good from Thomas. And both free throws good for Thomas. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Clark. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes the first but misses the second. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hunter. 11 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. Virginia needs to get off a shot. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The home team delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And for Virginia, they're shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. On the floor for Virginia, the chosen one out there with the chosen one. Then there's B. Then it's the chosen one. And it's Clark in at the 1 spot. Shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And there's the feed to Thomas. King with it. Pass to the chosen one. And the basket by Thomas.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's the chosen one. Indoors last summer, we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. It looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay. I've recorded that comment. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. To the left wing. Thomas, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there, prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
King, right side. Over Clark. King, that's good.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's the chosen one. And the pass to the chosen one. Shot clock at 6. Sinks that one from the post. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Over to the wing, the chosen one, and the 3 off target. For Virginia, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's the chosen one. No good there. Great D that time from Thomas. Being an efficient 53% from the field. Kicks it to Thomas. Passes to the chosen one. And it's denied. Here's the chosen one. Pass to B. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. There's the triple. Another 3 for Virginia.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And there's the pass to the chosen one. Outside Thomas. Lays it up off the glass.
Boy, that's some big-time toughness on that play. Tough defense was right there in perfect position, but he gets to the rack anyway.
Down low.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Passes it to the chosen one. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one and dones?
Kevin, I believe the one and dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
And Virginia will go for a different look here. D, he's checked in for the chosen one. Hunter comes in for the chosen one. G's checked in for the chosen one, and Jay's subbed in for Baller. That one falls, so he hits both of them. For Virginia, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's D. Trice with the rebound. 57% in this fourth quarter. Pass to Big Red. Here's the chosen one. He kicks it to Trice. Big Red passes to the chosen one. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Virginia.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Well, so often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays.
Take a break.
The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Thomas checked in for the General. And he sinks the second.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
There's the pass to the chosen one. 1:41 left to play here in the fourth. Basket good.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever, because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
Here's D. Got it from 16 feet. Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like it. And then Thomas with the dunk.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
To the paint, here's Hunter. The shot off that time. Big Red passes to Trice. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.